What up? What up, YouTube, CBU? It's your boy, ATH the Great 522, whatever. Y'all should know who I am by now.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, and it is I, Jose O 21. For you guys that didn't know, so let's all get a round of applause. So basically,
Oh,
me and Athens, the ATH degree, whatever you want to call it, we decided to come up with this little live stream so we can talk about a few issues because we're not going to talk about all the issues because we don't have all the administrators here. We don't have everybody that we're really cool with in this video chat. So we're just going to talk about a few things to give you guys a little sneak peek of what are things to come. Take it
let's,
away, Athens.
let's see. And we have quite a few things to talk about, things that go on in the hobby um, from like recently, probably, the whole time, things have been in the hobby. No, I put it like this. Some of the things that people go back and forth about.
Oh man.
We're not just going to talk about like the bad part of it. We're going to talk about the good part of the whole belt hobby as well. But I'm pretty sure the first few of these chats will pretty much be rant. I think, me personally.
Yeah, there's a few things that we have to touch base on. I mean, we're doing this straight like off the top. We don't want there's no script, there's no nothing. We're really just winging it right now, talking about basically whatever comes to mind. And like I said, I don't want to touch all bases because we don't have everyone here to actually speak upon and get everyone's opinion. So I
Yep.
don't want to forget to talk about some few things. And this belt keeps falling off. I try to show off a belt, but I can't. Which is
All right.
this is one of the Fandu belts, by the way, guys. If you know if you've seen them, heard about them. This is a Fandu Big Gold, and the detail is freaking amazing on this thing. So
That belt is nice. I think I'm gonna have to end up getting me one of those big goals. I like that.
yeah, the detail is freaking dope. It's thick and it's freaking heavy as hell. I ain't even gonna lie. So, and it has a
But
nice curve.
but before we go any further, we just want to give shout outs to the other administrators on CBU, Todd, George, Nelson, and Robert. I'll
Chad.
be glad we all get in here though. I really do, but me and Jose about to make it happen though. But shouts out to those guys, man. Also shout out to everybody on CBU. Even though some of you guys do get on my last freaking nerve. And I'm sorry if y'all guys don't know me. I say it on my mind. I say it how I want to say it, and that's just it.
Plus
So
one. I
so
concur to that. You know, I don't sugarcoat anything, man. I call it how I see it. And there's a lot. Speaking of which, there's a lot of people in this hobby that are new, and they come in and they think they know it all from the bat. They want to talk about everything, like they know everything. They want to run shit, and that's not the way it goes. You know, and a lot of people take CBU and they think, oh, no, these guys they think they want to run everything. We don't. We try to have a civil belt community, a civil belt page where we get people to come here to trade, talk, sell belts, man. But it feels like we have to babysit a lot of the people that join the damn page because it's like every other day there's some new drama, there's some nonsense going on. Like, get over yourself, people. Like,
for
we're
real.
here to help you guys because we've all been to that. We were all in that phase where we didn't know shit. I came into this not knowing shit. I didn't know nothing. You know what I knew? I knew AJ's belts. Why? Because I googled wrestling belts, and that's the first thing that comes up, and it still does to this very day. And what's the one thing you hear about AJ's belts? Stay away from them at all costs. Because why? They scam people, and there's other people that can vouch for them, but for the most part, people have been gotten beat by AGS, and I know a handful of people personally.
Yeah, I thought about going through them before, but I think you know what? I take that back. I bought a nameplate, and of course I got that sticker bullshit.
Mm.
I was done. I was like, no. I was
I warn people about that because they do sell nameplates, but they're sticker bullshit. Because a buddy of mine's actually bought one. he had his name engraved, and it was just stickers, and that was something I could buy at a dollar store and put on the fucking blank nameplate. I bought one of my belts. I bought it from my first belt on YouTube, a Premier belt off AJ's belts, and I mentioned it then when I didn't know nothing about them, and I mentioned the fact that they get a lot of heat because I did some of my homework, and I still wanted to make a purchase, and it went through fine. I made like two or three several side property WWF plates purchases. Those went fine as well. So I just had the luck of the draw. So I technically can't say nothing negative, but I can tell people what I've heard about AJS belts and seen by AJS belts. Um, so that's one thing that we try to talk about. People like just be careful with who you deal with, and still people still deal with people who have a questionable history. Like we can't, and then they complain about it. Like here's the thing: we can give you all of our opinions, but at the end of the day, we can't make you do whatever you want to do.
Yep.
And people still make these questionable decisions, and then when they get beat or there's question marks that come up, they complain and they expect us to fucking wave a magical wand and fix everything.
Yep. They don't
We
happen.
can't do that.
It don't happen that way. But I think what some people want to know, since it's us two, they want to probably know what got us started in here. What did we do to get to where we're at now in the belt hobby?
That's actually a good question because I didn't even think about that. But I'm sure people do wonder and want to know what got me where I'm at. I mean, I don't think I'm anywhere in the belt game.
Yeah.
Am I known somewhat? I mean, my goal was to hold every belt that I ever ever saw and fell in love with, and fell in love with the wrong way. And if you follow me on YouTube, I think I've accomplished that for the most part. Do I have all those belts? No, because I, like many other people, I get tired of some belts, and I'm just like, you know what? On to the next one. What got me to where I'm at, in the sense of knowing and my reputation, is two things: doing my homework and studying, basically, which go hand in hand, but also being respectful of others and letting my actions speak for themselves. My reputation speaks for itself. Because one thing that I know in this world, not just in the belt community or in anything, in this world, the only thing you really have, especially as a man, is your word. And Scarface said it best: you have your word and your balls. That's all.
Yep.
So that's one thing that got me where I'm at. And meeting the right people and connecting with the right people along the way. Like me and Todd are pretty cool. Me and Athens are pretty cool. And looking out for each other. It's like you scratch my back, I scratch your back. We work with each other, man. You can't be greedy. And that's the issue in this world. Again, it's all about this world. Greed is the evil of all. You know what I mean? And that's what happens.
And I mean that's what I think. Like a lot of people don't understand. Like, yeah, in a way, you got to earn some of the stuff that you get in this hobby. Really,
Mm-hmm.
like for me, it all started, and I'll tell anybody, I started. I didn't know nothing. I
Mm-hmm.
started watching YouTube videos. I didn't even know the difference between adult replica and commemorative. And to be honest, my first purchase was going to be commemorative. Why? Because the prices were cheaper. But
Let me pause you for a second. Let me pause you for one second. I don't want to cut you off or anything, but it's a fun fact. My first belt that I ever purchased was actually a commemorative belt.
all right,
It
what?
was actually a WWE Big Gold commemorative. It was 110 bucks at the time total, whatever. I got it. I loved it, but I didn't love it enough because it was that between that and the spinner, and it was just too plastic and too light, so I ended up returning it to WWE shop. So that's a fun fact. It was never on YouTube, but that was actually my first ever purchase. But continue.
My first one was a big one, and I got it for a pretty good price on eBay. But I mean, I still, even after that, I still didn't know anything. I mean, I learned a lot from you guys. If I don't, most of the stuff that I do know is from you and Todd and Nelson and stuff like that, watching a lot of you guys' videos. Now, the thing is with that is a lot of the guys' videos that I watched to learn a lot of this before I met you guys. It's funny because a lot of those, and I'm going to say it, but it's funny that a lot of those guys, I've grown to see that they're really fucking shit bags. You know what I mean? Look,
It's
man,
true. You're right.
It is going to be uncensored. Yes, we're probably going to say something about your favorite YouTuber or whoever that you may like. Yes, it is some guys that I watched a whole bunch of their videos. Come to find out that they're just straight up fucking shitbags for real. And we'll get to that later. We'll get to a little bit of that later.
Yeah, there's a lot of people in this shit that are shitbags. They think they know it all, and you know what? It's not even that they think they know it all, because you know what? I give credit where credit is due. There's a lot of people that do know what they are
Right.
talking about, but they think their shit doesn't stink, and that's one thing. That's one of my biggest pet peeves. Don't act like you're better than somebody else.
Yep. Or that,
Be humble.
belt god shit. Like, come on, man. It's only one God, man. It's only one.
Yeah,
And
and that depends on everybody's belief. I do believe in God, Reverend, but we're not gonna talk about religion. But in my opinion, there's only one God. And Athens' opinion is only one God. But
so
yeah, you're not about God, dude. All because you studied more, you learned more, you're older, and you got caught on to the hobby more, doesn't make you better than someone else. So I don't see why people think that, And there's a lot of people on YouTube that just swear their shit doesn't stink, and it's sad because I did come up watching them, and I did fall in love with their videos, and they did teach me a lot, and I give credit to that. But it's just once you really get into the hobby and you see more, you get to read between the lines and you learn more. You see all that stuff. The true colors eventually come out.
you know. And one thing Todd said to me when I got into this, I think I maybe was on maybe belt number 4, and we was talking one day, and he was like, Athens, and he told me that whole evolution is on the back of one of these shirts. Like, you gotta pay to play, man.
Yeah.
And I mean, that's what a lot of you guys don't understand. You have to pay to play. That's almost with anything in life, but in this belt hobby, you do. Like this, this is not a cheap $100-$200 hobby. Not. I wish it was, but it's not. And that I'm telling you, you would think that it's a lot of guys that will understand that, but it's a lot of you guys that don't understand that. You think you can come in here and it's like, okay, you know what? I'm looking for a cast IC network logo, but I'm looking to spend $250. You're not going to get that. It's not going to happen.
Not especially the commemoratives are around that price now.
Right.
I personally got lucky. I don't know if you got lucky. I found different deals on Craigslist.
Yeah.
When I first started, I got lucky.
When I first started out, I was getting lucky with, like I tell people all the time, I got a Big Eagle WWF version for $100.
Mm-hmm.
2 millimeters, but you know what I'm saying? It was $100.
Yeah, well, it only comes to 2 millimeters, but it's a WWF. That logo is the belt that's not being made no more. And I got lucky. I found a big gold for $130. I bought it. I ended up selling that for like 200, and then that's still a cheap price. And I bought a brand new one of my first ever spinners was deluxe brand new. I bought that for 190. So I had $10 profit off of that.
Wow.
And it wasn't even about the profit. It was just I got lucky. It was on Craigslist. I put it on Craigslist. This is when I was dealing on Craigslist before I even got on Belt Talk, before I really, really got on YouTube, before CBU ever existed. I would put on Craigslist. And I got lucky. And it worked out for me. And I found a few other deals along the way, and I hopped on them because you have to pay to play.
Yep.
So I've been to the point where you buy low and you find your well, but you can't go into somewhere, an established place, and be like, oh, I'm looking for high end for low value. I understand people that can't afford to throw X amount of dollars at a belt, and I understand people that want a belt and they're willing to pay, $200 for a decent belt. But you can't go in there naming you want a network logo, you know, off the bat for only $200. That's not gonna happen. People are gonna laugh at you, and that's wrong too, because people shouldn't laugh or talk down on anybody else, which is something we're trying to knock down on. Because especially on CBU, you put that price, we're just gonna tell you straight up, look, you're not gonna find that belt at this price, but you can find X, Y, and Z at around that price range.
Yep.
So people have to go in there with the right mindset of knowing what they can get at what value and what price.
Yeah, and I mean, and the thing is, for me, sometimes you will find deals on certain belts. I tell anybody, even if you go back, and watch some of my videos, especially what my Edge. That's one title, and I got it from Todd. And what those belts go for, I got the, and I tell you, I got the belt mint condition, strap, plates, everything, and I got it for a really good price from Todd. And that goes along to me. I always say that belt goes along the whole respect
Hmm.
level because anything I bought from him before that time, whatever it was he asked for, I paid. However it was, I had to go through about getting it. Whether I had to, hey man, I'm gonna pay you this here or that there. And that's another thing because some people they will work with you with that, but you know, oh, Jose must have stepped out for a second. Oh, okay, he stepped out for a second.
No, I had someone not attack. But yeah, no, you're right. With all whole respect, and that happens. You know what I mean? Like people you look out for. I look out for a lot of people. Um,
Oh,
there's a few belts I've let go for less, under market value, just because even people, especially people that I know, but even other people that are trying to come up, sometimes I feel generous and they tell me I'm asking, 350 for a belt. They only have like 300. I tell them, work with me a little bit because another thing that irritates me is that people don't look at the shipping value of it. Like you really
oh,
have to pay to ship the belt.
oh
10,
man.
15, $20, 25, $30, and depending where you're shipping to and insurance and all that. Like people don't see that. Like I tend to offer around 350 for a belt, because my belts tend to be in mint conditions and around that price. And most of the time I put shipped, but they don't look at I'm getting 350. I'm getting around 330, around there less because of the shipping. People want to offer me 300, so I straight up tell them, look, 300 isn't 300. It's gonna end up being 280 because I have to pay for for the shipping and all the supplies that go into shipping, the bubble wrap and all that shit.
So I mean, and like I said, with the shipping, I've had shipping sometimes take not necessarily half of what I sold it for, but took a great chunk of it. You
Yeah.
know, because I mean, and here's a thing, and this is a shout out to everybody over in the in the UK. That's I know that's a whole subject by itself, but I don't I don't like the fact that some of those guys they get very upset with you because you don't want to ship over there.
Oh my god.
Sometimes you guys got to understand it's like almost $100, man. To ship. And me personally, I actually I sold my brother sold his Oval IC a few weeks ago, and we had to ship it overseas. It was almost $50, and he sold it for I think he sold it for 350. Yeah, it
Mm.
was 50. So I mean, he really only got like $300 out of the deal. Well, I mean, which is still, to some people that's good money, but then that just goes to what we're talking about with the whole shipping thing, where it does take off, some of the money that you make.
I concur with you 100%. I do not ship to the UK because of that very same reason. It costs too much to ship over there. It's too much of a hassle that I do not want to do. It's not even just shipping the label and all that because it takes a little process at the post office, but it's a hassle just shipping out there because who knows what can happen. You know what I mean? And I don't like being responsible to ship overseas. Just it gets lost somewhere. Like even though they can have it in the U.S., but to me, I feel like it's more likely to do it if you're shipping overseas. It's just my personal opinion.
Yeah.
And
Now, oh, go ahead, because
no,
I
yeah, if you
I want to
insure
go
it
ahead and move it
overseas, that
along
costs
with,
more.
to I know something that oh man, Todd, if you watching, I know you probably rubbing your hands together right now, but let's talk about this whole thing lowballing. Because I know a lot of you guys, some of you guys really act like you don't understand what it's about. We're gonna try our best to explain it to you.
Lowballing.
My
My
God,
lowballing. Man, look. Lowballing. And we've cleaned up a lot of lowballing on CBU. There's still lowballing goes away. Like there's still a guy lurking around on eBay lowballing people when people put belts up on eBay.
like Just Dog or whatever.
Yeah, Jesse Dog. Who he? I know he's on CBU somewhere.
Yeah, we gonna find who you are.
Um, yeah, guys. I think people aren't so dumb to be offering. Well, let me try to rephrase this. People are dumb for offering this, but in the back of their mind, I think they know what a belt is worth, and yet they still have the nerve to for a $350 belt to offer $150. I've gotten that several times, and there's
Yes.
times where I've been pissed off, and I try, I've said something slick, but I've learned from that because I try not to just come out and jump down someone's throat. I just laugh it off and just straight up directly tell them no because this is this. I just throw facts out. I like throwing out facts because you can't argue against facts.
Yeah.
And people do this all the time. Oh, I'll give you $150 or autographs on a belt. And it's a little bit
Uh,
away from lowballing, but just the lowballing part about it. Like, what do people think when you mention, oh, 150 for a belt? Like, for $300 belt, so half of it all of a sudden?
yeah. But then here's my thing. This is what I don't like about it. When you do try to explain that to them, then they come back with this whole thing about how they, well, I bought another belt for this price.
Mm-hmm.
You can't get this one for that same price. Just because you got one belt for $150 don't mean you're gonna get this one for the same.
Yeah, that means you got lucky, and be grateful that you got one for that price. Like, lowballing pretty much goes hand in hand with people who overcharge or overvalue their own items, which is one thing we really do see a lot now, especially nowadays. How many people overvalue everything that they have? Oh, autographs. Oh, this belt's autographed by John Cena, so it's worth extra $100. Well, you know what? John Cena signs everything he gets his hands on, so his autograph isn't as valuable as someone who passed away. Hence, like Ultimate Warrior. I'm not saying that Ultimate Warrior's autograph is worth $1 million because that's not either. I'm not a fan of autographs. To each his own, but they still don't bring up that much value to a belt. Overvaluing stuff. Belts. Oh, this one's funny. This one's real funny. I have a big gold, and I changed all the crystals out on the big gold, so now it's worth the extra $150. You're not adding crystals on this, okay? If you add crystals on this, yes. This, this belt, spinner, yes. This, no. I'm sorry to tell you. That
Yeah.
doesn't. I mean, it doesn't even change the value on it. Like it makes it more enticing in a trade, but sell wise, it doesn't change the value. These are little ass stones. Like people need to get that in their heads. Like, ah,
I
it
mean,
just annoys me.
like I said, I know when we get more people in, y'all guys are more, well, they'll have their low balling stories as well. But I mean, Jose gave a great example of it. And I mean, I'm not gonna sit here and say, oh man, you guys need to stop this shit and all that because y'all are gonna do it anyway. It doesn't matter. I mean, I have a belt up on eBay right now, and I'm pretty sure. And I mean, I've gotten so many whack offers for it; it's ridiculous. You know, uh, $150, $100, and then they want to give you the story about how they collect this or collect that and all that stuff like that. And the whole autograph thing. I mean, Jose. I mean, we've talked on the phone about this. I've told you how I felt about the autograph thing. To me, it's only valuable, and this is my opinion, okay? So y'all don't get upset. This is my opinion. To me, I think that autograph really matters depending on if that person carried that belt. So
That too.
that's me. I mean, like Stone Cold Steve Austin, you got a smoking skull with Stone Cold Steve Austin's signature on it. You got a big logo with the Rock's, autograph on it. That's just me. You know what I'm saying? A lot of other
It
people see,
does. It makes it more enticing, in my opinion. I don't know if it makes it super valuable. My thing with autographs is me personally. If I want something autographed, I want to meet the person myself and get an autograph myself because it doesn't mean anything if it's just on there. Like it takes the whole purpose of an autograph because an autograph isn't for you to go and sell it on eBay or sell it to somebody. It's for
took the
you
word
to
right
go
out.
meet the person yourself and actually get that autograph. Like here's an example. I myself. I'm a Brooklyn Nets fan, right? So of course I travel to games. I have my Brooklyn Nets hat signed by Joe Johnson. I don't know if you can see it.
I see it.
It means something to me. You know what I mean? I'm a Nets fan. So I keep it here. I have worn that hat ever since. So it's white and it's turning like yellow, of course, because white hats it happens to. But that's what autograph means to me. I'm not gonna throw that on eBay and try to fucking sell it for fucking $300 because Joe Johnson signed it. Like, come on.
And I think that's what a lot of people do. They get it thinking dollar signs already in their head, besides thinking, this, because that's for me, if I was to get the autograph, I mean, you'll probably never see that belt on the market. Or, I mean, I've had belts too with autographs on it. I never, if I sold them, I never put it, well, this is autographed by such and such. To be honest, I'll tell them it's signed by somebody. I think even one particular belt I sold, I forgot was autographs on it until the person, hey, who autographed the belt? And then I was like, oh shit, yeah, such and such, such and such, whatever. And
Yeah,
that
same here. One of the belts I just got rid of had an autograph on it. I forgot what it was. I had one of my belts. I had a few autographs. Matter of fact, the Winged Eagle that I traded to Todd that I had gotten, it had a few autographs on there, and they were actually pretty decent autographs. It was Bret Hart was on it, something like that. But I forgot. Look at that, I even forgot who was on that shit. But that was a shitty picture. That's not bad. But yeah, like it really doesn't mean that much because to me, like I didn't get the autograph, or that person didn't get the autograph, so the value to me doesn't really change it.
yeah.
And there's no set market for that. That's the issue. It's like the market it depends on whoever's buying it.
And these are our opinions. So, I know a lot of you guys get hurting your ass about somebody's opinion and you want it to be fact. This is what we think. You think what you want to think. Get in your own chat and make your own video or whatever and saying what you think. These are our thoughts. So,
Yeah, if you want to go there and go ahead and pay, extra $300 for someone's autograph, go right ahead. But don't try and flip it to someone else for 400 because you made a mistake. That's just my advice to a lot of people when it
yeah.
comes to autographs. Another issue in this world of collecting belts. Which one should we touch on next? Because there's so many we can touch on.
I guess let me go on and get mines out of the way. Sure. So, and that's, you know what? Hold on. Let me get something first. That way I can, give me a second.
All right. So I guess we're gonna give him a drum roll. I guess I gotta keep hitting this button, man. Oh, here it is. Damn.
Restone. Well, first off, shouts out to Jose for those right there.
Which I'm kind of pissed off. I mean, all right. So people know me. Those who know me know I'm the rock fan, and others who watch my videos know I have the V2 version of that big logo. Which I mean, Athens has never seen one in person, but this is legit the
No.
most accurate version of this title, hands down. Like if you even put them next to a picture of the actual belt, it's the most accurate version. But the issue is I can't add those side plates onto this, and it kills me. But I had nothing to do with them, so of course I sold those plates to
And,
Athens.
and the belt. So I got the whole.
Yeah, he got the whole thing for me. I forgot. I forgot I gave you
We had to go through some drama after the whole deal, but whatever.
Oh yeah, that one guy that he wanted to trade back. Oh my god.
But
wonder
I
if
know.
I sold his belt.
Yeah, I do too. I don't know.
But
But
good.
what I'm talk about is the whole restoning thing, because I know some of you guys want to know. Now, I see a lot of you guys comments. I don't say a lot, because I'm not one of those guys. But I know a lot of you guys think that a lot of us that do restone belts that we try to withhold information, and I'm not one of those guys. I've given lists to a few people, but as well, you guys got to understand that, especially for somebody like me, like a lot of the stone sizes and stuff, I did my own research on. I didn't go to Julian and ask him anything or any of these other guys that restone. I actually really looked up the stuff myself. It was the only one. It was the spinner, and I got help from Nelson.
Mm-hmm.
That was it. Other than that, I did a lot of it myself. I don't mind sharing, but what you guys have to understand that you have other guys that do the same thing, and they go and do all the research and all that stuff like that. And they sometimes just don't want to give it out, or sometimes they just want you to try to go look first before they just give you out the information.
Yeah, like make some effort on trying to get some. That kind of was like with me and the whole paint removal situation, which is similar, is not at his extent, as his big and long extent as what he did with restoring his belt, because there's I forgot how many different stones there is on this belt. There is a lot. But when it came to paint removals, there was actually like a ground what's it called? The base of what you need. Um but it wasn't actually the right way. There's a lot of belts that have got paint removed that are tarnished, and that's for a specific reason. Um, that I kind of don't want to say because it's like my secret. So if you
Oh,
need my
I
advice,
was gonna, I was gonna say put it out there for them, but because you know,
I will say it. All right, I will say it then. It's basically you don't rub metal on metal, and then you don't add paint removal when you're rubbing metal on metal. That's why these belts get tarnished. That's the main ingredient with it. Like, of course, you don't let it stand there for 2 hours. It's gonna eat all through it, and you don't rub metal on metal. So don't get no metal pig. Don't get anything metal and rub on the belt to remove the paint. Or don't even try without, especially without paint removal. But in general, just don't do it at all. That's a no. No, 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 no. If you go look at Athens Undisputed, and I'm sure that shit that I did is still perfectly fine. My Undisputed, Seneca V's Undisputed. I did a handful of Undisputed. Just some that I don't even know who has them now. Not tarnished because I did it the right way.
Yup. And understand too, like for a lot of people, especially for the restone and stuff too. Each person does it differently,
Hmm.
and by that, some people use. I may not restone the same way as Julian or Nick does. It's certain things I do different. That doesn't mean my way is wrong, or or whatnot, and it doesn't mean their way is the right way or their way is the wrong way. We all just do it differently. I say one thing. The big logo, network logo. Around the borders, most of those guys use 6 millimeter stones. I use 8. They look better to me. That's just me.
Hmm.
You know, but that you have to understand that y'all guys, a lot of you guys compare every belt that's restoned to somebody like Julian's, and to be honest, I'm not taking away anything from him because it's well deserved. Because the guy is bad at what he does. You know what I'm saying?
Bad in this terminology means very good.
Yeah,
So
that's what
those
I
you
mean.
guys who
Oh
want to
yeah,
twist words
I
around,
try to say stuff. Somebody went and told me, yeah, man, Athens ordered dogging your work. No,
yeah, guys that want to turn stuff around and instigate.
I mean, it's nice, but I know I do things different, and I know Nick does. I've talked to Nick a couple of times, on Facebook and stuff, and he's shown me how. Okay, what, I did this like this, but then I'll tell him, hey, well, I did this like this.
And another thing people need to realize that restoning and buying the stones itself, it's a lot of trial and error from a lot of people, and it's expensive. These Swarovski crystals aren't cheap because
No, they're
I've
not.
looked them up as well. Like Athens gave me the list, and that's why none of my belts are restoned because they're expensive to do. And it's not that I don't have the money to do it; it's just I don't feel like doing it. Would I want them to? Hell yeah, but for me personally, right now, I don't want to spend that much money on just the stones because it's expensive, and people don't understand that. They think, oh, I'm just gonna buy some stones and redo it. No, it's about like $300 worth of
Yep.
just stones alone, not adding the labor of removing and adding the stones. It's a
Glue,
process, people.
not talking about glue. If you drill, not talking about drill bit,
Yes,
you
all that
know,
stuff goes
stuff, man.
in hand.
It can get very expensive to do these belts, and it's not just the whole popping a crystal out and putting them in. Like that's not the case. I'm not saying like it's the hardest thing in the world, but it's not the easiest thing in the world either.
It's a
You know,
lot. It's time consuming.
it's time consuming and patient, and having a lot of patience. Now, one thing that does get me is a lot of people, and I mean, this is just me. Some people will be like, well, you have this skill to do that. No, I don't look at it like that. I feel like I have the patience. I have skill to a certain extent. What up,
Hello?
boy? Look who done joined us.
Nelson,
What's
what is
up?
that, sir?
What's up, man?
What up?
What up?
We were touching on your subject of restoning.
I'll go. Yeah, I just joined right now.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I don't
yeah.
know. We really can't see him. I can't see Athens either. He
Oh,
disappeared. But
oh, I did. Oh, okay,
no, well now you're back, and we're
okay.
waiting on Nelson's video.
Now, I see him.
You see him?
Yeah, I see him. He's walking around.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe I need more light. It's getting dark.
It's been
Oh,
dark over here, bro. East Coast.
yeah, it's dark outside here, down south. But we got West Coast, East Coast, dirty South up in here.
We need Todd to go to the Middle
Island.
East.
And we need the Islander.
The
Yeah.
Islander. We have nobody in North Central.
We have Chad in the south, I believe.
Oh yeah, southeast.
South, yeah. And then Georgie boy.
He's the northeast, so he's up with me.
Uh,
You know, we have Athens, and they call it the Midwest. I guess you can call it that.
So that's so yeah, Nelson. We talking about right now. We talking about this restoning. You know, how everybody. You know, some folks think that the people who restone belts, how we maybe try to withhold information. Don't
yeah.
want. I don't. I just think that get out here and do the actual work to look for the stuff. You know, and they can at least try. At least try. That's my thing.
Yeah, because I don't know about you guys, but I've spent quite a bit trying to get the stones, getting the wrong sizes, and then figuring out which one's the right one. And hey, it was trial and error.
Yeah, like I said, it was trial and error, and people don't really realize that. You know what I mean? And it's not like that they want to withhold information. It's just like, how would you feel like if you did all this work to make something or find something out, and then all of a sudden someone just comes and asks you, and then you just give it away for nothing. You know what I mean? Like it's like, what did I do this for?
And a lot of these guys, honestly, here's the thing: a lot of y'all don't know how to ask. Like I've gotten so many messages where it's like, "What are the stone sizes for that belt?" Then like question marks. Like, how am I supposed to? And I mean, from people I don't even know. And it's like, I mean, do I don't want to like go overboard and be like, okay, is this person getting smart or giving me attitude or what's up?
Not even a formal, how you doing, dude?
Exactly.
Just oh yeah, tell me because I deserve. What makes you deserve?
Yep, I've gotten one. I've
You know
gotten
what I
one.
mean?
And then they also want to know the size, the color, the shape,
Yes.
where to get them, the place, and all this. Hey, we all spent a little bit looking for this information, but through trial and error.
Yep.
I got a stack of 23 flatbacks that I can't even use.
Same.
I got a couple hundred of them that I'm like, dang, I can't even use them because I got the wrong size. Well, I'm stuck with them.
But that's one thing Jose was saying though about it being, like expensive. Like the stones are not just easy to get. I don't know if these guys look on eBay and see like the ones that are like $5 and stuff and just think like, okay, y'all just spending maybe, but some of these that adds up because you think about you got to go and buy maybe 72 or 100, 200 something stones. Like that money adds up really quick.
Yeah. And then plus the shipping and then the wait time. Shit, I ordered the wrong one. I have to wait another couple of days to get the right size back again. That just delays everything. Delays the time. You have you want to finish at a certain date, and you can't.
Yep.
It's I have we all done it. We have the info. We have written it down because we actually paid for the trial and error to get all that info.
I mean, and then people are gonna sit there, oh, so what do we have to do to get the stone sizes? Because it's kind of true. Like, all right, so what does someone have to do to get the stone sizes? And there's not really an answer. There's not a specific answer for someone to be like, oh, this is what you have to do, or you just, I guess, do your own homework, and I guess it's the way you come off and the way you talk and treat people. Like,
But you know what? In the past I've given the info, and then when they ask how much would it cost, I go, you're looking at 152, maybe 250. They're like, damn, that much?
Yeah.
Yeah. Then they get all mad. I go, the price is so much.
Yeah. I've gotten the same thing, given the whole list, and I think that was one thing Todd was telling me too, because I did want to post it on CBU, but then he was like, nah, because it's going to probably create some more problems, which in a way I understood after a while because you can do that, then people still gonna have more questions and more questions and more questions, you know. And it's not like, okay, well, just because we restone, we know every single thing about restoning. Because I mean, I feel like I'm still learning myself.
Same here, and I've actually gotten different stones or different sizes that have worked for me. Everyone might have a different size that works for them, or a different shape or color. So if I tell someone this, someone else might tell them something different. Then I'm like, who do I go with? Well, this is what worked for me. These are the
Yep,
stones that work for me. This is the size that worked for me. Like the 14 millimeter ones that go on the WWE side plate.
yep.
You can get a pointer back or the flat back, or depending on which one you want to do. So I had to find a size that worked for me, where I was able to do it without having to drill it.
And that's what I was telling Jose. Like for my network logo and my big logo, like it says, like a lot of people said use the 6. I used 8. It looks better to me. And I know some people like, you can fit it in there. Yeah, it'll fit in there. If you're drilling, it's gonna fit.
Yeah.
But that's what looks better to me. So everybody, that's why I was just saying everybody does it different.
Because you drilled yours, right?
Yes.
You drilled yours, yeah.
Uh-huh. So I mean, this is again, it's your preference.
Same thing with the ones on the W, the little 2 millimeters. You can either put the little flat back circle ones or get the actual square ones and then drill all the little holes. I haven't done that. I haven't drilled any of it. With my shaky hands and bad eyesight, I can't do that shit.
Yeah, I haven't drilled.
Man, my eyes hurt every time I restone a belt. There's no way I'm gonna try to drill that.
Yeah,
And you've restored how many spinners? Like 5?
who? Nelson.
About 4, maybe. Hold on, I think about 4.
4 or 5? Yeah, about 4 or 5.
Yeah.
You did like 3. Yeah, I think you did the Rated R and like 3 regular WWE spinners.
Yeah, I've only done 2. Rated
I
R.
thought you did a spinner.
Huh?
You did a spinner. You did the spinners. You've done like 4 bucks though. You did network, big logo, and then 2 spinners.
Right, and then
3 spinners.
have I?
You done a full. You done 100% on one too, or a few of them.
Yeah, well, the edge one I just need it's like 97, whatever. I just need to do a little side panel on those. And then
Yeah, I tried restoning one, and the stones that I ended up buying off of eBay, they weren't the right ones. Like they fit, but they weren't shiny at all. They were like a little bit thing. I did add them on to hold the outer parts of the spinner and whatnot, but yeah, after that I gave up.
yeah, you gotta do those pointing backs on those. And see, and that's what I tell people. Like with that, like at first I did the whole flatback thing going around the whole spinner on the borders. But then, sitting, got the information from Nelson, switched them all out and got pointing backs.
Yeah, yeah.
Which I don't know why Swarovski crystals are so expensive to begin with, and that's another topic for another day because
And also,
they're not even real. But
the ones I got in the one little pointing backs are also pointy on the tip on the front. But then Danny showed me a few of them where they're pointing in the back, but then they're flat in the front. And those even seem to shine even more, but those are hard to find as well and probably more expensive.
Yeah, a lot of
because once I have it like pointing in the front and then pointing in the back too.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's one of those things. He found some that worked for him that he liked better. So everyone has their different preference and taste.
How about changing the topic a little bit? How about everyone now trying to do re-leathers and all this other nonsense?
Oh my God.
Like, there's a few people that are actually successful, like, and well, just not even doing the re-leather. We're just trying to get into it and then expecting everyone to just throw the information out there, like.
And that one is actually, that one goes way back before all of this, because that's been going back since, when Lucky starts doing it, that he learned through same thing through trial and error.
Yeah, trial and error, and some people actually get to meet other people that actually work with leather in general, and then they take it on to belts. But yeah, that's something else that's expensive as well, and it's a lot of trial and error. And if you're gonna do it at your own time, okay?
Yeah.
Get everything at your own time. Start doing it at your own time. Don't try to charge people for your stuff, for your services if you're not good at it, because you're not doing anything but taking people's money and ruining their belts.
Yeah.
First of all, and then
like that Wolf guy on YouTube a couple years ago.
Oh my God, yeah, that guy was just beyond horrible. And then he tried to say he was as good as other people. Oh my God, that guy was horrible.
So I got a question for you guys though, and I mean, again, it's you guys' opinion. Who's the best re-leather out there right now? Like if you guys like here's the scenario. If you guys can get all your belts re-leathered, but you're going to send them all to one, they're not going to charge you or anything. Who would it go to? Send them to.
That's a fantasy scenario, by the way.
Yeah.
We're gonna me personally. I have to go with Mrs. B. When I had her the undisputed V1 on her leather, it was just so smooth and so soft, and it was great. Not taking nothing from no one else's, because I've had Ray Ray's leather and it's good. I have Lucky Hands leather that's good. I have Paul Martin's. I have Romeo Anderson's leather. I've had Chad's leather. It's just something about her leather that it was just different, and it just fit my liking.
Who you got, Nelson?
I have to agree with Jose. The undisputed V1, the not undisputed V1, the big logo V1. That one, when I first got it out of the package, that leather was like, damn, it's still even to now. I have it like over a year and it's still almost like brand new. You know me, I don't bring in my straps. I leave them as is.
If you look at my smoking skull, it's done by Lucky Hands, and I didn't get it by Lucky Hands. I got a second hand, but it's still pretty stiff if you see my video when it came up. How about you, Athens?
I haven't. I've bought some re-leather belts, but I haven't sent none out. But so far as looking like at people's like videos, I gotta agree with y'all. Jose, I've talked to you about sending one of my belts to her.
Yeah.
Because it's just something. Just looking at it, and it's like, man, seeing work. Even Lucky Hands too, though.
Yeah, because that undisputed V1 I had by Lucky, that was clean.
No, Lucky Hands' work is great.
Gone, but that was clean.
His work is great. Like, again, I have the Smoking Skull done by him, and it's amazing. It's just the feel of, I guess, not how she does it, but what she uses. I guess they all use different leather, and it's just hers is just softer, in my opinion, and everything like that. But another person I really liked was Romeo Anderson. Because of how it felt. His detail was pretty good. It wasn't great, but it was pretty good. When I did Seneca's Undisputed, but his leather felt soft, and that's what it is for me. It's not really how detailed it is, but how soft and how flexible it is.
Yeah,
I've had a few Romeo straps.
A belt I traded with Danny, Big Gold, was re-leathered by Romeo Anderson.
That's the one with the crop backing?
Yeah, the one with the crop back. And you know what? Whose else leather was good too? Dolph Van Dan's. The spinner strap that I had, that was pretty nice too.
The one I still have? The one I have
that
now?
one. That one, yeah, that was pretty good.
I have that one. I'm saving that one for my CM Punk V2 spinner. It's right behind me.
Yeah, the guy that has like 100 spinners for some reason.
Yeah.
How many you got for real, Nelson?
I can give you a quick tour.
Yeah.
I can't see you guys for some reason. Like I just hear you guys.
Alright. Let me turn around.
I see Athens, but I don't see Nelson.
Got 1, 2, 3, 4. I don't know if you can see him. Can you see him?
Yeah.
There's 1. There's 2. Wait, is it?
No, that's showing the
there you go. There's 1. There's 2. This one is already taken off. This is the one Ray did for me, and then this is my CM Punk one. The one I'm gonna be working on. And of course, some of the new stuff I got.
Oh, the Ring of Honor.
Yeah. How do you like the Ring of Honor belts?
Other than it being maybe a little too flat, but I know somebody who said they can curve it pretty nicely. I love it. The detail. I still gotta do a detailed video of it.
Yeah, I've seen just by pictures themselves. Some belts you could just tell that they're super detailed, and they do look nice. But I don't know. Like me with belts, Ring of Honor, those belts are beautiful. I wouldn't really go out of my way to grab one like that because I don't watch Ring of Honor like that.
Yeah, that's the thing with me. Those belts though make me want to turn it on though. I ain't gonna lie.
Well, from what I heard and whatnot, they have great wrestling in general. If you're into technicians and in-ring ability and all that, they're great in-ring wrestlers, and I like that. It's just going out of my way to find it and watch it. It's just like, It's one of those things. And I'm not brainwashed by WWE at all because I'll be the first person to tell you
No,
WWE needs to step their game up. But for some reason, I'm addicted to their product. I guess if you want to call it that, and I still watch it.
yeah. So
Oh,
what else you want to touch on here?
Hey, you guys on your PC?
Yes.
yeah.
I'm on the iPhone.
Uh, I was gonna get on my iPad, but I figured my laptop would be easier to get on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Probably now we know how to do it. Now we probably can through other ones. We'll probably be able to do it.
Yeah, definitely get more people in on the next time too.
Yeah. Where everybody else is.
Man, you know Todd don't want to come on here. He's scared.
He tried to get on, but he said his coworker showed up, so he couldn't get on.
Oh, you know what, Jose? I got something. Because I'm pretty sure. If you don't, okay, if you say no to it, I'm cool with it. But I just want to talk about the elephant.
The what? I didn't hear
What?
that.
I think you froze.
You froze
Watch your
before
boy.
you said it.
I think you froze.
I know he's probably watching. He's eventually.
You're freezing up, man.
Yeah, like Destiny's
on.
not letting you speak. I can't hear you.
That's messed up. He probably got my computer hacked over here. Soon he know what I'm. All right, what about now?
Yeah, we're good now.
Okay, you know your boy Austin, because I know everybody want to know what's the. People probably want to know like, well, why y'all don't like this guy so much? I wish Todd, because I know he probably will start cussing right about now.
Yeah, I kind of want to wait until Todd was in the video, but I'll give my 2 cents real quick. The guy is childish, and he's if I can put it this way, he's mad at me and Todd for the simple fact that we exposed him. He tried to let's get this straight. He tried to scam Todd out of 2 belts and like a few DVDs, 2 or 3 belts. Todd will tell you the whole story when we get him in the video chat. So he tried to get Todd for those things, and Todd ended up making a video out of it. And then there was drama on YouTube. I didn't know Todd at the time, but I reached out to Todd, and then I made a video out of it, you know, to basically warn my little bit of followers at the time. And then that's how me and Todd started communicating, and we became pretty cool friends. But
I'll agree on that time too.
he's just mad because he got exposed, and he's been mad ever since. And I called him out several times, and he's been butthurt ever since. And he has nothing to say. And now he's like, he feels like the need to shut us up, apparently. Like, no one cares about him. No one really does give a damn about him. I blocked him from my YouTube, but apparently that doesn't do anything because you can still watch my videos, which he does, and he always thumbs down my videos, which is hooray for you. You're pretty cool.
I think the guys are obsessed. I know he probably. So yeah, we gave you a plug, bruh. We gave him a little plug, but.
Oh, a little plug. Well, it's just a warning. Like when he tried to get his infamous big gold, the video that he deleted, it didn't happen. You know why? Karma's a bitch, right? And shit gets to us. Like we're in this hobby day in and day out, and we're not big in this fucking hobby. At least I don't think so. But we know who to warn and who not to warn. And well, if you want to find out why you didn't get a big gold, this guy, that guy, Todd, shit came back to us, and we let it be known that guy's a scammer. So yeah, you really have a reason to be mad now.
Oh shit! UPS is here for me.
Oh shit! What are you getting? I know what you're getting.
You know what I'm getting. Hold on, let me go downstairs.
Dang, live on the chat, getting stuff.
Live unboxing, but I can't see the fucking video. This is annoying.
I was looking at it right now.
What happened?
You was trying to watch us at the same time?
I'm trying to watch you guys on the stream, but I don't know how. Do I click on the link on the page?
Yeah, I just posted the link on CBU.
Cool. All right, thank you. Well, I think I'm gonna drop my phone. There it is. All right. Take this baby upstairs.
Oh man.
See, video load. Come on now.
At the same time.
I'm trying to watch you guys. Oh shit.
Oh yeah, it is. I hear.
Oh, it's a little delayed.
Hold on, I'm back.
Alright, so
Hello?
how do we get it on Nelson? Like, how does it get on Nelson's video? Click on. I guess Athens has to click on Nelson. I guess.
Now I went to my I was on my YouTube. That's how I was watching. It's
How?
on all of ours. It should be.
Hello?
Yeah, we still here.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Nelson's just black. Nobody sees nothing. No, there he is. I see him.
Is it? I had it away. That's why. There's no light in my apartment. It's always dark in here. Hold on. Is that better?
Yeah.
Yep, there it is. Let me open this sucker up.
We want to see what's in it before we move on.
I know what's in it, but I do want to see it. But apparently this.
Well, you already know what's in it. I don't.
You know who sent it too, right, Jose?
Yeah, I know everything. Nothing gets by me.
Unboxing. In the chat. You see how we do it? See how we do it?
Live unboxing.
You won't see that nowhere else on no other chat.
Hold on, get this sucker. Dang, he really taped this thing up. Hold on.
Oh, wait till you grab it out. It's gonna have like 7 rows of tape and.
And he uses duct tape too.
Yeah, he plays no games.
Literally, like, let me turn this around. Like full of. Can you see it? Like nothing but duct tape everywhere.
I'm gonna grab my iPad.
I wonder if he's watching right now too.
I don't think so.
Everybody will be able to go back and watch this as many times they want to after we're done.
Touche.
Alright, hold on. Sorry, guys. I'm taking up the time.
Oh no, it's all right.
It's like about to be 8 o'clock here, so my UPS always shows up pretty late in our area. My area. Even has it wrapped in a t-shirt, so protect the plates. That's pretty cool. Hold on, I'm about to go get some scissors. I'll be back.
All right. I just thought about it when Nelson came in. Sound effect.
It's like about to be 8 o'clock here, so UPS always shows up pretty late in our area. My area. Even has it wrapped in a t-shirt, so protect the plates. That's pretty cool. Is that me talking?
Yeah.
What was that?
All right.
What was that, playback?
Nah, I'm watching it live on my iPad.
Oh.
I just thought about it when Nelson came in. All right. Sound effect.
It's like about to be 8 o'clock here, so UPS always shows up pretty late in our area. Alright, I am just about done. Is that me talking?
Yeah.
What was that? Alright, I'll do it here.
Nah, I'm watching it live on my iPad.
Oh. Alright, so it's ready.
Yeah.
I'm really not ready.
Can you see it?
Delay.
Backside. Re-leathered. And then bang. Plated. Gold plated. NWA Dome Globe belt.
Oh. Yeah, I want one of those too. Boy,
right, do up here. Cool. I'm watching it live on my iPad. Alright, you ready? I'm really not ready. Can you see it? Backside. Together, and then. Alright, I'm back.
Okay.
Plated. Gold-plated.
All right. Oh.
NWA.
I'm waiting on Jose to look at it.
Y'all want one of those too.
Oh.
I was watching the video.
How's it look on YouTube?
It looks good. All right.
I got okay. Yeah. I know some folks probably want to hear us talk about this subject too. The whole real belt versus fake belts, bootlegs, replicas, or whatever. So I know that's a topic that's always debated about. I mean, for me, that's one thing. I don't know. I've never really understood it, and that's just because I'm on the point where you buy what you afford, or I mean, what you can afford, or what not. Or sometimes it's not even about what you can afford. It's just what you rather spend your money on versus not spend your money on.
Yeah. Definitely, and that's what it is. That my thing and my view on a lot of things is buy what you want to buy. If you want to waste $3 grand on the belt, waste $3 grand on the belt. I don't care. But don't sit here and try to tell someone, oh, you know, you can't buy this shit. You're a piece of shit because you bought a bootleg. You know, you're not worth it. You know, being in this hobby. If you're gonna collect this, keep it to yourself. No, if you want to buy something, buy whatever the hell you want. And my biggest example is to people who talk like that, you know, and speak about things of that nature. And one thing that I mentioned is like, do you stop everyone that has something bootleg or counterfeit on the street and tell them they're wrong? Do you actually do that? Like, do you if you're gonna sit here and say, oh, real belts are better than bootlegs? Do you sit there and stop every person in the world that's wearing fake Jordans? No, you don't.
Yeah.
Like, so just keep your opinion to yourself, basically. Like, if you don't like it, then oh well, keep it moving, keep it moving. But if someone else wants to spend their money on that, then let them be. They're not hurting no one. I don't see the hurt in this, except hurting someone's pockets.
I mean, me personally, I understand like when they try to, bring that argument up, like why you should buy, real belts and all that stuff. Like, I understand their point. I may don't agree with it, and that's what sometimes some people don't understand in life. You can understand where somebody's coming from, but you don't have to necessarily agree with them, okay? But, like how it's like, well, they're stealing from, the actual design and stuff like that, and how would you feel if somebody stole something for you and, and bootlegged it and start all that stuff. Like, I understand all of that. I get that. But yet and still it's about what you want to spend your own money on. If you want to spend it on a bootleg, go ahead. If you want to spend it on a real belt, then go ahead. But I think my beef too with a lot of these guys who collect these real belts is, where did you start at? You started collecting replica belts from WWE shop or whatever. So why are you trashing them now? That's my thing. What I don't understand. That's why I said, like, when we first started, I said some of these guys I used to watch, I found out they're really shit bags because I've watched a few of their videos where they're now dogging the replica belts, where I've seen you make like 20-something videos about before.
Yeah, and their excuse to that is, oh well, that's why I moved up to real belts. Like, okay, and that's all I have to say to people. Like, and you bought a real belt, you waste that much money on a belt, you saved up for a belt, a real one. At the end of the day, again, this is me and my personal opinion. I'm not down talking real belts because they are amazing, but I don't see the justification of me spending that much money on a real belt. That at the end of the day, I'm just gonna have it collecting dust on a shelf.
Can you hit that clapper on that comment which you just said?
Hold on.
Yeah.
I have to hit the clapper. Hold on. And I will repeat that again. At the end of the day, these belts collect us on the show. And if you have like this is me just from I'm not just from like $1,500 up, and yeah, there's a price range because some replicas can cost you that much. Because like Nelson has a few real belts. He got that big gold. That second big gold you got, Nelson. You got what for like what 600, 700?
This one?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was about
Yeah.
550.
Yeah,
Yeah.
look at that, and that's a steal. That's like $1,000 belt. You know what I mean? Like he got it for a good price. Todd had gotten, Todd and George when they got that Winged Eagle and all that, they got it for Georgia got it for a good price. Like all these things, they happen, so that's cool. But to actually sit there and just be like, oh, I wasted this much money on the belt, like it's really not worth it. At the end of the day, it's kind of just like a replica, just more details.
Yeah. I mean, I'd rather
That's
take
my
that
view.
$2,000 and do something else with it. Like I mean, and that's another thing. I think, like, some people have kids and bills and shit in their house.
Or a baby on the way.
Exactly. So they're not. I mean, me personally, like I said, I just don't see myself spending that type of money on the belt. Like, I just don't. Like I said, I'm not saying I don't like them because I mean I do, but I just don't see myself spending that type of money just to buy a real belt for what? Like I said, just gonna sit in the case. What only person that's gonna see it is me. So
Yeah, the one thing that I do see that kind of makes sense is a lot of people that buy replicas and then send them off to get re-leathered right away, which is nothing wrong with that. In some cases, you are better at getting a real belt because if
right,
you send it
I
to the top
understand
guy,
that point too.
huh?
I say I understand that point because I've heard that point made too. Like, the money you spend on re-leathering and restoning, you might as well buy, the real
Which
belt.
makes sense, and not everyone does that because not everyone goes and gets their belts re-leathered. Some people are just fine with some fake straps, which is fine as well. But yeah, if you're one of the guys that do buy a belt right away and then off right away send it to a top leather guy, that right there is like $700. So if say for example you get a big gold and you do all that, you're better off saving a couple $100 more and then getting a real one. And that's just facts. It's
Yeah,
facts.
cause when if you try to resell them, you're not getting back what you put into it.
But another
That's
issue is
that's not gonna happen.
with the whole real belts, bootleg belts, is like a lot of the belts that people want with the good details aren't available real well, and so the only option you have is bootleg. And hell, if I can get a bootleg belt, that's the belt that I grew up watching, I'm gonna do it.
Yeah.
And I've had a few. The Oval IC had a big gold. I had the Hogan plates, but I didn't even like when I sold them. Um, I've had the Undisputed. I've had those belts. They were bootleg, but hey, the belts that I wanted, and I got rid of them because some deals are like too hard to refuse. But what can you say? That's my weakness.
Oh, real quick, I want to shout out Ahmad from CBU. He's watching. He just asked, "What the hell is Nelson doing?" So shout out to Ahmad, man. He
What
wrote.
is Nelson doing?
I don't know. He sent it 5 minutes ago. So whatever Nelson was doing 5 minutes ago, I don't.
It's probably when I was just moving, I was walking around putting away the mess I made before my wife kills me.
Oh
Because I
yeah,
had the box and all the wrapping and everything outside, so I had the phone down and I was putting that stuff away.
that would have been funny.
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
she's looking at me about getting ready so we can leave. That's a good one.
We have a lot of little things we can do. Right. Oh, I should have hit this one. Nelson was gonna get his ass beat by his wife on live TV.
I'm telling you,
Yeah.
man, things are gonna be fun once we all, get up in here too. It's fun
Yeah.
right now, but like when we all in here, like I said, I just want to hear Todd up in here because I know he gonna start cussing, man.
Oh man, when Todd gets mad, it's actually
Fuck
funny.
that
We watching this.
Fuck off.
You know what? You know what? I don't like to, but fuck him. Fuck you. You piece of shit. Okay? Fuck you.
Even when he's mad, he's still being polite though.
Yeah, yeah.
He's cussing him out, but he's still being polite about it.
You know
That's
what?
Todd.
Fuck you. You need to just go away. Go away. Leave me alone. Leave me alone. With his little Hawaiian accent. Fuck you. Leave me alone, please. Just please go fuck yourself, please. Please and thank you.
He's gonna be so.
Oh,
Oh,
Holy shit, he's gonna be pissed.
man. Yeah. No,
He's,
oh,
hey, be careful. He may do a rant video, so we gotta be careful.
oh,
yeah.
yeah. I know he might. We have to be careful,
He
and
might.
it's fun. I like roasting you guys sometimes because it's funny. Like George,
Georgie
George
boy.
when he George, yeah, when George makes videos, he can't make a 5 minute video. No, no. Me, George, no. I have to make it an hour long. I don't make YouTube videos. I make YouTube documentaries. I'm gonna show you this belt, and I'm gonna tell you every individual who almost held the belt. Almost. I hold it. Almost held it. He's gonna show you every single inch of a belt. So if you want to see every inch of a title, go watch George's videos because they're great videos, but they're too damn long. I fell asleep halfway through.
Holy.
The first one I seen of his was that $1 Million Championship, and he told me because I think I was looking at I hadn't seen that many videos on it, and he was like, I have one up on it. And I was like, okay. And I'm sitting there, I'm like, okay, now I done decided if I wanted the belt. I changed my mind, and I've changed my mind again. I'm watching it.
Oh man, yeah. Yeah, he takes a little. He goes in depth. He goes in depth to the in depth of the in depth video.
Yeah.
He's
Yeah.
like the voice of the voice of the voiceless.
Hey, Georgie boy loves what he's doing.
Yeah, he does. Him and his 37 belts, and then he says his excuse, I have no more room for belts, and then he's sending us links of eBay belts. You can
Yeah, he
get
just
this
got like
one.
what 2 this past year.
Yeah, like you guys, what do you think about this one? You think I should get him? Like I thought you ran out of space 2 months ago.
Thought he ran out of money 2 months ago. And he's still coming up with them.
He's still buying all these belts. Oh man. How about Chad? Chad always gets the issues. Chad's deals always have a twist. Like this
Country boy.
a country boy Chad, him and his little kid he wants to
Oh.
trade for fucking PS Vita.
Hey, you gotta be careful the way you said that one.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I
Get
see
easy on that one.
I see like the messages saying somebody saying no. I think it was Jose saying that's why you don't deal with kids, and I'm like, who the fuck was dealing with a kid?
Only Chad.
Only Chad. Chad really
Only
wanted a PS Vita.
Yeah.
Oh shit! No
He
man.
said, well, all right. Well, the kid went on CBU and he wanted for those who got, most of you guys don't know, he wanted a belt. He would even accept a commemorative belt. So I mean, Chad had one available. Chad told him he specifically told him it's made of acrylic plastic, which is one thing that we didn't touch on. That when you're describing a belt, make sure you say every little detail, issues or no issues, every little thing because that covers your ass. But anyways, so Chad did that and he showed proof. He had the screenshots of the whole conversation. Apparently, this kid's 14 years old, and you know how 14-year-olds are. They want something 1 hour, the next hour they change their mind. Well, he wanted to change his mind. Like, you can't change your mind. Like, this isn't fucking Burger King. You can't have your way. Like, you made a trade, you made a deal with someone, and you went through with the deal, and all of a sudden you don't like the belt after several days, and you want, your PS Vita back. It don't work like that.
Nope.
So, that was Chad's issue.
Well, I can't even say guys. Just some of these, guys, man, on here. It's just funny, man. But I got to get on. I know if he's watching, I got to get on him. But I got to get on boy Brandon Lutz.
My boy right there, Brandon.
Yeah, Brandon. I mean, Brandon is so cool, man. He's so cool. But I sold him my Randy Orton plates. And I did it because I got tired of seeing his post, man. He started making, man, I want some. It's so.
Hey, I was offering my stock plates. He didn't want those. He said any plates. That's his. That was on him. $50 for my stock plates. He didn't want them.
Yeah, but he was wanted some Orton or Brock Lesnar plates, and I was like, but I'm gonna tell you, if you're watching, Brandon, you got lucky. You got lucky because Jose was sending me those Rock plates. So I was like, I'll go on to sell him these plates, man. So that way he could stop posting about it, man. Because I was like, it was was it almost every day? I don't know. Maybe it was the same post I was seeing, every day. But I seen maybe 2 days straight. I was like, will somebody please sell this guy? Something, please. But Brandon cool, though, man.
Yeah, he's cool. We've
cool.
done a few deals in the past.
We see a lot of dumb shit on this damn page. I'm sorry, I have to say, I see a lot of dumb shit. I see a
Yeah.
lot of people who think they know it all and don't know it all. And I'm talking about as we speak. I'm watching and I'm seeing with my own eyes. People who try to give advice not knowing the difference between their ass and their fucking foot. Like, don't
So,
try to give advice if you don't know what the fuck you're talking about.
so okay, so that brings me to my next question. I know you guys have seen this a lot because I haven't. Sometimes, and it probably shouldn't do this to me, but it makes my freaking skin crawl. Or you see somebody posting, I'm just gonna throw a belt out there. I'm gonna throw ECW belt out there, and they're talking about they want to trade it, but the belts they have are network logo, cast IC, 4 mil, big
Where's
gold.
Todd when you need him? They want the
So,
world for their shit.
what? I'm like, I'm not understanding. I don't know if that. I know that kind of gets to y'all guys too, but I don't know if it to the point where it makes your damn skin crawl. I know it does to me.
I just
As
laugh. I laugh at those things. Like it annoys the hell out of me, but I laugh at the simple fact that that's what they expect, out of their belt, knowing their, and then they want those belts, and then because you know how you have to add a price on our page, they want 250 for their belt, but they're expecting a $350 belt.
Right.
You
I mean,
know,
do you really?
I'm gonna hit them with this.
I mean,
Really?
I mean, cause do you really think those guys are serious, or like they're just trying to see if they can get over on somebody?
maybe
I
maybe
no, I think they're serious.
serious probably don't really know the value of what they got either overpricing it or not knowing what the value of it is. ACW belt, it's not it's rare, but it's not that rare. I
Right.
mean, I had 5 in my collection at one point. You got rid of them all. I just got 1 now, 2 actually. I got 2.
Yeah, cause I mean, I've never had an ECW belt. I've seen some, but I've never had one myself. I mean, to me, the best one is that, what is it, Big Silver or something like that they call it, I think.
Yeah,
The 3D one.
Yeah.
yeah, I had that one too.
So, but I mean, those guys, man, I see some of these trade offers, and I'm like, man, for real. But I don't know if they get. That's where it comes in. I don't know if they get these guys that tell them, that their belts are worth this or worth that, and then they don't know shit about what's going on.
You ready or not? You know what, guys? I'm gonna have to call it quits.
Alrighty.
Well, wifey's hungry and I'm hungry too, so I'll hit you guys up later.
All right.
All
All
right,
right, then,
man.
man. I'll,
All
I'll,
right.
I'll watch the video afterwards.
Okay.
All right, then.
All right.
All right.
All right, guys. Bye.
That was Nelson, everybody. Replica Pro Wrestling.
That's the face behind the belts.
And I'm telling you, when you watch Nelson videos, you wonder too. When you hear him talking, you like, what you show your face, man? I know I was for a while. So,
Yeah, who is the infamous Athens? Who is the infamous Replica Pro Wrestling?
that's
Man,
crazy.
I'm going down CBU and I see a bunch of weird shit. A bunch of weird shit.
God. So I wonder what else anybody else wants to know. We want to say, well, no, I mean, a lot of this stuff we going through, we gonna go through it again once we get, more people, get the other admins in, or whatnot. So, it'll be, well, not, everything to the T, but pretty much,
Yeah.
So, but some of you guys, man, I mean, now I do want to talk to you guys that are watching, from CBU. Like some of you guys really, man, seriously, y'all have to grow the fuck up, man, for real. That's how I'm gonna say it. I know some of y'all guys like, dang, this guy's name and see him posted, but we never, but because like we said before, man, you gotta pay to play for one.
Mm-hmm.
And some of you guys, I don't know if y'all take this shit as like a fucking game or whatnot, so far as some of the prices y'all asking, some of you guys that be out here scamming people and stuff like that. Like, people really work hard for their belts and money to get their belts. So in a way, you kind of got to respect and understand that a lot of people don't want to sit here and deal with your bullshit because, it's just not cool.
You're right.
It's not cool. And you motherfucker, and you time wasters in deals too that do that. You know, that want to, when somebody does post something, you want to ask 50 billion freaking questions and then you still don't buy the shit.
Or
And it's
not even make an offer. Or in undecided. Like, don't waste my time.
and we know what you're doing. You're trying to fucking find whatever you can find wrong so you can try to get somebody to go down lower on the price.
Yeah.
That's what I gather from that shit. Because that's what I always get, like 4 or 5 damn questions, and then the final question is always, well, can you go a little lower because of this or that?
Oh my god. Well, can you do it? How, or what's the lowest you'll do, like on the belt? Like, I understand everyone wants to find, the right deal, something comfortable,
True,
but there's
true.
different ways to come about it. You know what I mean? Like, just come. Honesty is key. That's offensive foul, Blake Griffin. I'm sorry, I'm watching the playoffs, NBA playoffs. Um, but yeah, just different ways to come about this thing. Like, I get people all the time. Like recently, oh, what do you want for your fan do? Because I do have the big gold available for sale for trade, cheap plug. But yeah, I get this a lot. What are you looking for? Well, just make me an offer. The worst I'm gonna tell you is I'm not interested. I'm not gonna tell you fuck no. I'm not like that. I'm just gonna tell you
That's
no, no thanks. I'm not interested. I tell everyone straight up I prefer cash because cash is cream. Cash rules everything around me. But
yeah. That's how I am. You got that cash.
you know what I mean. I'm always willing to listen to offers and something entertaining. It's hard. It's difficult because like I mentioned earlier, I've held almost every belt that I want to hold. That I've wanted to hold in this hobby for the most part. So I don't know what I really want, but if something intrigues me, then I'll pull the trigger.
I think for me, I've gotten to that point too. And it's and me for me, it's been kind of fast because I mean I've been in the hobby maybe going on 3 years now,
Mm,
and I mean I pretty much had or have held pretty much every belt that I've wanted.
mm,
So now it's and that's the thing too. A lot of this stuff is a process. So like for me, first getting into it, I kind of just was getting whatever I can get my hands on. And then once I started to learn a little bit more, then I started going for these type of belts or that type of belt. Right now I'm on this whole cast shit, which I'm not gonna lie. Before I was wondering what was the big old fuss about it. Why everybody was like, "Oh, I want a cast belt. I want a cast belt." It's like, of course, and I mean for one belt in particular is the Big Eagle. Because I'm just one of the logo guys. But
mm.
now I've kind of got to the point to where it's like, you know what, I want all cast belts right now. So a lot of the 2 mil belts I've kind of gotten rid of, to try to get these cast belts. But so far as like holding like a Big Eagle or Winged Eagle or whatever, like going like that, I've pretty much had pretty much everything I wanted. So I have no complaints in that area. You know,
When it comes to the whole 2 millimeter versus 4 millimeter slash cast, next gen belts, whatever you want to call it. I do prefer casters just like everyone else does, but I do hold on to my three 2 millimeter belts, which is the Smoker Skull, WWF, Big Eagle WWF, and my undisputed WWF. WWE undisputed, but it's 2002. It's very hard to find an Ultra Deluxe because they do have those Ultra Deluxe that you can actually have the accurate paint mod or whatever. But the issue with those is they're too flat, and that belt is too damn big to have looking like a pancake.
yeah,
So I mean, again, I've had, like I said earlier, I had a real bootleg one, and I did get rid of it, but the offer that I was given was too good to not take. So
take
I took it, and I don't regret it. So I mean, it all depends. One thing that I really do want to get is like a real winged eagle. I don't think the
yeah.
next gen does it justice. I mean, it does, but it doesn't. Like the whole bars, sidebars not attached is kind of annoying, and the lack of the curve, it's annoying as well to me.
Yeah, that's one. Like, if I think if I ever did own or get or wanted to get a real belt, it would be probably the two belts I seen growing up, and that's the big gold and the winged eagle. That's it. I knew that for a fact. That's it. You know, if I was to go that route to get real belts, which, and I mean, I know I said I probably would never get it, but I mean, I just think as in this hobby, eventually you're gonna at least want one, especially if you're in it for a long time.
Yeah, I think my goal is at least get a real big gold. It's one of those belts that I deserve to be, in the man's collection as a real belt. The Winged Eagle is second. It's just they're so hard and so expensive to get. Um, and that's just the truth. Like spending all that money on that belt, it's like it is a blow, no matter how you look at it, unless you're like rich.
Yeah,
But because nowadays they're like what 3 grand.
I think I've seen the highest. The highest I've seen is four. I think it was 40. I don't
Yeah,
know where I seen it at, but that's why I'm like, no, I'm not spending that type of money on on no belt. I can't do that one. I got like I said, if it come a point in time I do, and I decide I'm going to go that route or I'm going to get that, those would be the only two I will ever get. But
mm,
I doubt if I even go that far, to be honest.
yeah, and I'm with you right there. Unless I found a bootleg one, which I can. I don't know. We all can get them. It's just do I want to go out of my way and do all that with classic shields? That's just my
Yeah.
view on that. Well,
So we got anything else for?
for right now, I think we're pretty much good. We have to wait till we get everyone in this video to really go ham, so to speak,
Yeah,
on all the topics.
yeah, that one's gonna be really fun.
Yeah,
Really fun right there with that because we'll have so many people, man. And I mean, it's gonna be good. We can go really in depth. I mean, I know we've been on here already like about 2 hours, which is good. So but I guess maybe before we go out, I know some people may want to know so far. I guess we'll switch from belts and go to actual wrestling. I know with Extreme Rules coming up this Sunday. Some people might want to know who we're picking and stuff like that. For me, really, I don't even know all the matches. I'm not even gonna lie.
me neither.
You know,
All I know is Randy Orton's fighting Seth Rollins in a steel cage, and some way somehow, Randy Orton is losing.
yeah, that's
WWE is too damn predictable. There's no way Seth Rollins is losing that title. My opinion is Randy Orton might end up winning by like DQ. Not even. It's not. There's no DQ in steel cage. So there's gonna be some type of
I can't.
interference, and yeah, Seth Rollins wins.
I mean, I think Dean Ambrose and Luke Harper got a match because I'm a big
That's
Dean
corny.
Ambrose guy.
That's corny. Dean Ambrose deserves someone. I don't like Luke Harper. That's just my opinion. He deserves a better feud, a better rivalry.
Who Dean Ambrose?
Yeah,
Yeah,
they push him and then they just pull him back. Like it makes no sense. And I'm talking about Dean Ambrose. Like they give him a shot, they give him the IC title, they take it away, or will they give him an IC title shot and they take it away? Like it makes no damn sense. And I understand they put it on Daniel Bryan, rightfully so. I like that idea, but have him feud with somebody,
yeah. I mean,
someone
I'm
worthy.
hoping he wins Money in the Bank this year. That's really my thing because he's my favorite one out of the trio. Anyway, you know, I've never been a Roman Reigns fan. Seth Rollins, I knew he'll be what he is, but I don't know. It's just something that gravitated me to Dean Ambrose like that. Y'all give. We're about to finish.
Give me 1 second. After. All right, I'm back.
Okay.
Yeah, when it comes to WWE and I guess um, their product, it has potential, but it always seems to fall short because of the creative department and a lack of completed storylines. Like that's so annoying. They don't complete these storylines. They'll give you something half-ass and then
Really.
that's it. Like it's like the whole Sting rivalry to me with Triple H. Like it started out of nowhere. Didn't really have like an actual meaning until Sting said he wants to do it for the people. Then Sting loses at WrestleMania, and then that's it.
Yeah, that made no sense. And I mean, we both know I'm a Triple H fan, but I really didn't even pick him to win at WrestleMania. But I don't even see what did he really have to gain with that victory?
Yeah, like there was no purpose. Like it didn't drag on. Like it just stopped, and Sting had that little interview, and that's it. Like
That's something they could have drug. I mean, to be honest, they could have. I mean, it'd be to me. I really think they could. I mean, since Triple H hasn't been on TV, well, until last Monday. I mean, they could before it's like just lost. They can rekindle something and hype it up before SummerSlam or something. You know, they could. Will
well,
they?
one thing they're gonna hype up before SummerSlam is gonna be Brock Lesnar.
Oh yeah.
But who's Brock Lesnar gonna face? It's gonna be Triple H for the third time.
I really want to see him and Randy. That's what I want to see.
Him and Randy. I mean, that'll be a decent match. But the thing is, Brock Lesnar. They've done great with Brock Lesnar in the sense that he's a beast and he's been running everyone over, and he's been demolishing everyone that got in his way. I
Mm-hmm.
love the ending of WrestleMania, but you have to eventually have to do something with him. Like, and he's part time. It's like you're good and you're bad at the same time. It's like, what can you really do with Brock Lesnar? You can't have him lose to Daniel Bryan. If he feuds with John Cena, it's gonna be boring.
Yeah.
Like Seth Rollins, he can feud with Seth Rollins, and Seth Rollins could keep winning dirty. But what happens after that? Like, what are they gonna push him on? Maybe Brock Lesnar turns face and faces Bray Wyatt. That would be pretty interesting. But he's part time, and Bray Wyatt's another guy that have to keep pushing because his promos are amazing. His
Yeah.
in ring ability is amazing, and he's a bigger guy. But what did they give him? They gave him the Undertaker, which was pretty cool. But then after that, what did they give him? Promos? Like who's he gonna feud against?
Yeah. I mean, his little messages. I don't know who he's talking about. Like, really, honestly, I don't know why I feel like they may gonna have him feud with Roman Reigns. That's just what I think. Just what he's saying. Some of those promos is like, okay, he must fit to go after Roman Reigns now, I guess. But
Hmm.
I don't know. I mean, that guy. I don't know. I mean, to be honest, I mean, I like Roman Reigns. I don't think he was ready anyway, and I think WWE did make the right move with that. They really did.
Look, I was in Philadelphia when he won the Royal Rumble. I was there.
Yeah,
He got booed out of that. He got booed so bad that The Rock was getting some boos. And Philly loves The Rock. I love The Rock, obviously, but he was getting booed. And the way they finished that Royal Rumble was horrible. It was horrible. You had Big Show, Kane at the end, way past their prime, old and sloppy.
Big Show go somewhere for real. I really wish he go have a seat because
They
I'm
had
like, oh,
Yeah,
this.
they had Dolph Ziggler get eliminated, cord like whack. Daniel Bryan get picked up and tossed out like he's a nobody, and they give you Roman Reigns to win. Like Randy Orton never even came back for the Rumble. Like it
Yeah,
was they failed miserably when it comes to like the creative writing and what they could have done. Like and Roman Reigns, it's not that I don't think he's not ready. I think they just moved him into a prototype of John Cena light, in the sense
yeah,
that he went from having a different. He had a different set of moves, or maybe it was just me being blinded by the whole Shield. But when he was with the Shield, he had a bigger arsenal of maneuvers. To now, he only has like three or four: the spear, Superman punch.
that's all I
Um,
see.
and I
That's all
guess
I
that's
see
pretty
with
much it.
that. I don't see anything else other than that. Like,
You know what I mean? And his mic skills are not good at all, and there's no covering that. Like
Hold on real quick.
All right.
Okay. All right. Yeah, they just woke up. But now, yeah, I mean, I don't know. I'm already interested to see what they're gonna do, for the remainder of the year. But a lot of people don't understand, like when it comes, especially with WWE, like it gets real whack after WrestleMania. Like it's not gonna ramp back up to like SummerSlam. So like the next 3 pay-per-views are gonna all be probably crap. Honest. You may have a match or two that's good in there, but so far as the whole overall.
Thank God the network is $9.99.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And the sad part is, well, not the sad part. I'm probably gonna end up going to SummerSlam. It's right there in Brooklyn. It's about 2 hours away. Probably gonna make a trip out there and watch SummerSlam.
Yeah, I think that one's gonna be. I think that's gonna be a good one. Of course. I mean, and the big announcement. This WrestleMania. So
Dallas. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna try to go to that. I mean, it's gonna be hard. Like, not in the sense of getting the tickets, but like, is actually getting the people to go. Like, who's really gonna go and all that other stuff.
Yeah, me and my brother deal with that quite a bit, but we kind of pretty much narrowed it down to, what, it's gonna be me and you and whoever else, y'all can come along or whatnot, but me and him is going for sure. So
well, at least you live in the state of Texas and you live what, like 2 hours away from Dallas?
4.
4? Okay, 4 hours from Dallas, so it's not that bad.
Yeah. And then we got family there too, so that might help out a lot so far as with, because we did really this past year we was really gonna try to go, but it just everything didn't come together. But they're having it here. We don't have to worry about like flying and then getting all that stuff together. We can drive up whenever, and go. That's what I'm excited about.
Yeah, I'm definitely trying to make that trip as well. So we'll see in due time.
Yeah. So Todd, if you watching, don't make us have to fly off to Hawaii before we go into Dallas, man. That's with him all the time.
Yeah, Todd definitely got to show up.
Yeah. So
And it's possible. I mean, we're in this hobby with belts. I mean, what's a WrestleMania ticket gonna be? What, $300-400?
yeah, it'd be nice, man. Everybody could show up. I mean, most everybody that we know show up. Y'all down there. Your boy will probably be down there.
Definitely. Yo, the Spurs are going ham right now.
Oh, they up?
Yeah, they are 64-45.
Yeah, I'm probably gonna start watching that in a minute myself. I'm gonna run. I'm probably gonna get ready to run. Go get me something to eat too.
Yeah, I'm starving too. So
we go ahead, baby. Go. And this is our first one, so we got many to go.
So yeah, long video. Hope you guys enjoyed it.
Y'all make sure y'all sub the channels. The Great 522.
Jose 21.
Yeah, 21. Yeah. All right, I'll take it easy.
All right, guys.
All right.